Hello lads and lassies, welcome back to a brand new video. My name's Josh and well, we're back with more Attack on Titan. The sub may have ended, but I'm still going strong with the dub. We only have a few more weeks, really. I think this is episode 11 of 16. So, whew, last episode might have been one of the best ones in a... It's hard to say a while, but it's been one of the best ones. I'm just watching Gabi and Falco make their way through Paradis, meeting oh shoot, my notes. I always forget my notes. But like they met the girl that Sasha saved very long time ago, all the way back in season 2 with her solo episode. But yeah, they met her. They met Sasha's parents, which is yikes. Sasha's parents took him in. Well, not really took him in, but they were like at the orphanage, and they cooked them a meal. Sasha's mom tried to head pat Gabi, which not a good idea. Not a good idea. Kai, that's her name. Kai. So yeah, they met Kai. Kai knows that they're not from Paradis. She knows that they're Eldian. And she was okay with it. She even took them to where her mom died from a Titan. Kind of shook Gabi's... Oh, I hope she shook Gabi's philosophy. And she invited them all over for a dinner that Nikolai is cooking. Hopefully Nikolai doesn't do anything too rash. I mean, he did just lose Sasha, which he had a pretty big crush on. So hopefully he doesn't do anything too rash in that sense, but maybe he was planning something. He'll see Gabi and Falco. He's like, wait, you're Eldians, right? And like he'll stop his plan. I don't know. He seemed really sus. He seemed really sus a couple episodes ago. But other than Gabi and Falco's stuff, which is the most interesting, we have some of Erin's loyalists who were imprisoned. They leak some stuff to the newspaper. And this kind of leads me into one of our comments, which, ooh, I'm loving these comments because they're picking up stuff. I asked for stuff like, hey, didn't I miss anything? They're picking on stuff that I asked. They're picking on stuff that I forgot to say or maybe I overlooked. So let's get into this comment. Nice, Angel. That's my dog. Once again, we have a request from Salient Solutions. This episode was full to the brim with callbacks and tie-ins to past seasons, and you caught nearly all of them. The only one you either missed or didn't discuss is the biggest one. The current government of the Walls is and was put into place because the previous one was corrupt, which isn't incorrect. The old government kept secrets and plotted in the dark because the King of the Walls never wanted the Eldians in the Walls to sin again as they did in the past. Hanji realizes in that moment with the reporters that the current government are ultimately following in the footsteps of the regime that they themselves brought down. This is an excellent point, and this is only part 1 of his comment. This is an excellent point, actually, to bring up. I kind of talked about it in the discussion, but not to the point of like how they're acting like the previous government. Like, yeah, the kings, or the rulers, the kings, they mind wiped everyone for 100 years. Like, you know what? We're gonna just take this guilt off of you. You're gonna live happily. But they ultimately did end up keeping a ton of secrets from him, and I believe Irvin's dad died because of this, because he's trying to create a hot air balloon. He was trying to find out what lies beyond the walls, beyond, if there's anything beyond the island, and I think the secret police killed Irwin's dad, if I remember correctly. And while Hanji's government isn't there yet, they are like imprisoning, no matter how much I hate them, they are imprisoning Flock and Erin's boys, like Erin's crew, because they're releasing very sensitive information out to the public, which it's very understandable, but also in Hanji, like against Hanji, it's like you're gonna plan on using the rumbling, which is going to turn the walls into gigantic colossal titans that is literally going to shake the earth. I don't think you're going to keep that hidden from the people, so getting the people support for that idea probably is the best idea. But then again, nobody really wants to use the rumbling, so if the people are all for it, then that kind of forces their hands to do it. But even Erin doesn't want to do the rumbling. He wants anything else. But let's get on to part 2, because I did miss about like the comparisons between the old and the new governments. Shinganshina is Erin, Mikasa, and Armin's hometown, and they mentioned this episode that the military was ordering its evacuation for some reason they're withholding. But this is a red herring. It's a tie-in from the previous episode. Hanji already confirmed that she's going to follow through on Zeke and Erin's plan, and the rumbling requires a test ahead of time. The colossal titans contained within Shinganshina walls are enough to devastate a single country and show the world what the rumbling can do at full power. So yeah, I think a few episodes ago, they might have mentioned a little bit more about Shinganshina too, but yeah, in the previous episode, I was asking if Shinganshina was the hometown of Erin and Mikasa and Armin, and it's been so long since I've seen season 1, and I don't want to rewatch it anytime soon because I want to take Micaiah through it, so I kind of want to go as fresh as possible. But yeah, Shinganshina was the wall that Erin, Mikasa, and Armin lost to the Colossal and the Armor Titan. It's poetic justice, I get. Poetic justice, I guess. Like, we start off with Shinganshina being destroyed, and maybe, if the rumbling does happen, we end with Shinganshina being destroyed again. But this time, instead of the enemies doing it, Erin's doing it himself, which, I mean, if they're evacuating Shinganshina, like, the people obviously are going to start asking questions, like, what? what are you doing? And then when the Colossals come out, when the Titans come out, they're like, something's wrong here. What's going on? What's happening, Hanji? So, I guess when they get closer to the rumbling, when they're like, alright, there's no other choice, this is an absolute certain, we need the rumbling, that's when they tell the people, but I don't know, they're taking their time with it, to say the least. The framing done in this episode is phenomenal because it leads you into a false perception about Jaeger and his loyalists, as you call them. The fact that people who don't personally know Erin consider and desire him to lead the new Eldian Empire so strongly that they disobey orders is almost heartbreaking. This ultimately implies that his closest friends, the small group, are the only ones against this plan that ultimately might not benefit the world. Even Mikasa, the one who should care about Erin the most, is thinking that maybe she doesn't trust Erin like she used to. Because as Erin has already reconciled with how he desires life to be, and how life is currently, no amount of diplomacy and discussion will change how the nations of the world view Eldians, how even regular Eldians see Eldians. Erin wants to be free, he wants his comrades to be free, he wants his people to be free. And that's Erin's whole philosophy change right there. Like, it's crazy, like, the amount of character development he's gone through. Like, season 1, 2, most of 3, it's like, kill the Titans for what they've done to my parents. And now season 4, the philosophy's changed so much over the past 4 years, it's probably just broken him. That's why he's so hardcore. Like, I guess he's trying to become so cold and hostile to the world because he knows what he's about to do to it. So he's already kind of like doing like that. It's not, I guess it's a guilt thing. Like, he's already like acting like a guilty man, and he's like acting so cold, so calculated, because if he lets in the warmness and the kindness of the world, he might be having second thoughts. And that's why he's like so much more different. Like, his philosophy changed at the end of season 3, but we see in the flashbacks that he's still like just a little bit of a bigger Erin. I mean, he hasn't changed that much in the flashbacks, but now he's a completely different person almost. So I guess like that's why. And then the loyalists, they only follow Erin because they don't know Erin. Like Mikasa, Armin, Connie, Jean, they've known him for years, maybe even like 10 years maybe at this point. They know who Erin is, and they see this man, they're like, what the, who is this? This isn't our Erin, this is somebody else entirely. Our Erin would never do this. So the loyalists, they see the fake Erin, the cold one, the one that's harsh to the world. They're like, that's the leader we need. But Erin, one, he doesn't really have much time to lead. He has maybe a year left on his clock. And Mikasa, all of them, they know the potential that Erin has as a person, as a good person, and that's tearing them apart. The one thing I didn't mention last episode was the flying boat. I caught it in my edit. I'm like, oh yeah, they mentioned a flying boat. So yeah, flying boats. So let's see what happens this episode, like how we get into it. I honestly don't know what to expect for this part 1. Part 2 has been confirmed, so I don't know how to expect part 1 to go about it. And I hope we go with more Gabi and Falco stuff, but more Erin loyalists. That'd be pretty good. Let's get into this episode, lads. Remember, links in the description below. Check the one that works best for you and come back for the discussion. That felt like a beefy episode. The first 10 minutes of it did not feel like it felt so much longer, but not in a bad way, in a good way. So Peak is on the island. I can only assume that means more Eldian, no, not Eldian, more Marlians maybe. How did she get on the island though? It's not like they take refugees. Oh wait, yeah, didn't they say that the cart titan could like kind of submerge itself underwater? So she probably like submerged like a submarine, came up at some point. I don't know. So if Peak's on the island, does that mean other people are on the island? Like is Rhina on the island? Is Porco on the island? That's everyone they have. So at least Peak's on the island. Which is not looking good. Like so much. It's going bad for the people of Parody. So like Erin's starting his Jaeger's cult. Marlians are beginning to invade. Yikes, man. Yikes. So yeah, Peak's on the island. Who knows who else is on there? She's pulling an Erin at this point. Like she's like, I like your strategy. Allow me to take it. The restaurants. Yeah, I didn't call it with that one guy. Shoot, what was his name? Ah, man, I forgot. Nikolai. I said that maybe he was gonna poison, but I thought he was good. I thought he was only gonna be like a solo agent in the sense of like, oh yeah, they killed Sasha, so I'm gonna exact my revenge myself. Could end up being a part of Zeke's plan. So how many Marlians are working at restaurants, and how bad can this get? Yelena going off at the restaurants. She's so weird. Like, obviously, her allegiance is to Zeke, which then leads her allegiance to Erin. But why? Why? We know why she's so loyal to him. But does she have any does she have any morals or anything like that? Like, does she have any standards? Because Erin, he'll do anything to protect his people. But like, they're his people. Yelena does not seem to care if they're Eldian, if they're Marlian. If they're in the way of Zeke, she will kill them. She will deal with them. So she's interested, like her role in all this. She seems to be trying to keep everyone in line. She's kind of like she's the silent person that like pushes everyone on. She gave the idea to Erin to go attack Marley. And she didn't even give the idea. She's kind of just like confirmed his suspicion. Like Erin was suspicious. Like, they're not really doing anything. They're kind of stuck. And she kind of confirmed that. That motivated Erin to go out and fight Marley. So I wonder if Yelena wasn't there, if he would have done it. She recruited volunteers. So anyone that Yelena recruited probably is under their fight, not their fight, probably under their control. So, and it was her that actually went like, oh, let's get Marlene jobs, which makes me question her allegiances, because I guess as long as you're with Zeke, you're fine, because like she did kill Marlians, confirmed in the flashbacks and the exposition. She did kill them if they got into Zeke's way, but now she's promoting, she's trying to like get the people Parody to be nice with them, like give them jobs. So everyone she got a job for, probably dirty. Restaurants, what a genius plan! What a great way to infiltrate them. It's, that's a that's a very powerful place to have to get poison in there. I'm assuming poison, maybe not. Oh, if it's Titan serum, they put Titan serum in like the food or water. Ooh. The military's plan to eat Erin. Yikes! No wonder why the Jaegerists broke him out then. Because yeah, they ate Erin, then wouldn't be a lot left for the Jaegerists to be behind with there. And there'd be Zeke, but Levi can take him out in seconds. I understand what the military is going for. Even Connie, last episode, or what's the last? It was a couple episodes ago. Even Connie was saying like we need to find someone. If we can't trust Erin, it might be time for us to find someone that we can trust to take his power. So it's just not even the military's thinking about it. It's his closest friends, which, to be honest, I feel that Erin is kind of a loose cannon at this point. He's doing what he thinks is right for his people, but in doing so, he has also ended up killing quite a few of his people. Not only with the death of Sasha and everyone who died rescuing him from Marley, but now his own Eldians are killing Eldians on Paradis. There's a queue. There's a civil war, almost a civil war. We're on the brink of one. The Jaegerists are infiltrated within mostly the Scouts, but they've got to be. Shoot, what was it? They got to be like in the group of people. Like there's like 6 people that knew, or the military. So the military and the Scouts are separate. Okay, so they have to be not only in the Scouts, but they have to be somewhere in the military to have known about the plan to eat Erin. That's why they broke him out. I swear if that was Zachary Levi, or if that was Premier Zachary's torture chair, seen famously in the first half of season 3, I believe, or season 2. Fitting death. Nah, I kind of feel bad that we lost Zachary. He's kind of weird. He's weird, but he had a point. It's one of those characters that we kind of had all in the background. Not in the background, but he's like one of the more prominent background characters. Yeah, I guess background works for him. But the way he died, man, that was cold, calculated, harsh. The Jaegerists are not messing around, and count it. Like Attack on Titan, they do not pull their punches. Some authors are afraid to kill off characters. Like, oh, but I keep wanting, or some writers they're like, I want to keep, I don't want to kill this character off. Like, I want to keep writing them, or nah. But Attack on Titan, not only do they kill off characters, it's not even just for shock value. Like Game of Thrones. Later on in the series, from what I've heard, they started killing off characters. Like, oh my god, look at the stakes, the shock value. But Attack on Titan, it's like, oh no. Zachary, is it Zachary Levi? No, that's the actor. That's why I keep. Premier Zachary's death meant something in the fact that the Jaegerists are becoming much more violent. They're willing to go against the military police. They're willing to make a statement for them, or for themselves. And they broke Erin out. He did not have to transform into a Titan. He had a great shot with him turning the coat on. And the last thing I really have... Oh, well, the Osmerbitos. They're not representing their nation. They kind of are, but they're also the fall guys. So if Paradis falls through, and the rumbling doesn't happen, their nation will just say, oh, no, it was just this clan that did it, not us. We're going to punish the clan. Don't worry about it, Marley. Or they'll give the Osmerbitos to Marley. And the Osmerbitos only agreed to this because they're so far in debt. So, no wonder why they're money. Well, they are money-grubbing scum. Everyone thinks that we are. Like, yes, you are. You're in debt. How did you get there? So yeah, that's Mikasa. It's just not holding back her punches. I mean, she is loyal to Erin, but she is not a Jaegerist. She's loyal to the old Erin, not who this Erin is. She's loyal to Erin. She's not loyal to Jaeger, I guess. But I just love that they're going the Jaeger brothers. Like, yeah, that's a big threat. I don't know, just the Jaeger brothers has a good ring to it. That's my opinion. But Mikasa did not hold back with Lady Osmobito. She's like, yeah, I'm staying. I don't care about you. You don't care about me. You only want the money. I might be your lost princess, or I might be your lost heir, but just because I'm that in blood doesn't mean I'm that person. And the panic to get to not only Zeke, but Historia. Historia has been vastly lacking this season. I think we only had her for one episode, which sucks because she's a great character. So I wonder if Erin's gonna go for her. Like, I wonder if they're everyone because they did say like, oh, make sure the queen is safe. But the obvious choice would be to go after Zeke. I wonder if while they're like scrambling to keep Zeke safe, and like they're like, oh yeah, keep the queen safe too. Like while they're scrambling to get resources there, because we have like 30 guys and Levi on Zeke. Who knows who they have with Historia? So I wonder if he'll just like quickly go for that. Is Historia Jaegerist? Is she in on the plan? Maybe. I mean, like the plan was eat Zeke, or the plan was for Historia to eat Zeke, so she becomes a Titan. Maybe Erin was the one, or maybe Yelena was the one that told Historia to get pregnant, so like they wouldn't dare force her to eat Zeke yet. Either one, that would work. And if so, that means Historia is on the plan. So yeah, I don't know about Historia's going. I hope we see more of her before the part 1 ends, because I really like Historia. She's a great character. But she's been vastly lacking this season. The flashback we had with her was amazing. I loved that. It was like, it looks like we were made for each other, or because I couldn't have asked for a better friend, or I couldn't have asked for a better partner. The last thing that I have really for this episode, unless I missed something, which again, just like Salient Solutions, if I miss anything, if I overlook something, if I get something wrong, go ahead, correct me in the comments below, but don't spoil anything. Salient Solutions has been great at doing that, like great at clarifying anything that I overlook or stuff like that, so I go into the next episode without any misconceptions. So if I forget anything, if I leave it out, go ahead, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, Hitch, she made her return, but that's not. I mean, Hitch is fine. If I'm remembering correctly, she's the one that was with Annie back in season 1 when they were MPs. So yeah, she's fine. She's okay, I guess. But like, I just love her teasing Armin for visiting Annie so much. I think Annie had a thing for Armin. She could have. She did have the opportunity to smush him back in season 1, but after she saw it was Armin under the cloak, she didn't. I mean, I know she was looking for Erin back then, like, so that's why she was looking at cloaks. But I mean, if it was anyone but Armin, probably would have killed him. Probably would have killed him. If like it was Mikasa, she might have. But you know, she saw that it was Armin. She deliberately chose to spare him. So I wonder if she does have a small thing for Armin, and I wonder if she can hear. I wonder if she empathizes with Armin at all, or if she's kind of going like, "Oh man, this is not good. I'm just gonna live the rest." You know, look, breathing fresh air is overrated. I'm gonna live the rest of my days in here because this ain't good. I don't know. With the power of the Warhammer, I wonder if Erin could break open Annie's thing. Like, could he make like a crystal corkscrew and just like pop Annie out? Or is like solely the Jaw Titan and Annie can get her out? Because if it's solely the Jaw Titan, then maybe Porco is also on the island. And if they get Annie out, I've been saying this the entire season. Which side will she be on? Is she going to be with Armin? Is she going to be with Zeke? Or is she going to be with... there's 3 sides now. There's the Paradis, there's Marlians, and there's the Jaegerists. It's 3. So it's a 3-way war at this point. I wonder if they're going to keep it that way, or if they're actually going to negotiate with Erin. Because everyone seems to be... or not okay with it, but everyone knows that the rumbling is the only plan. And they seem like, yep, this is it. We need the rumbling to happen. There's no other way to protect ourselves. So I hope that they're able to negotiate with Erin before anything too bad happens. Because like if a civil war breaks and more of the attacks, Erin's powerful. Not that powerful. It's two sides of a different war. Levi's on one side. A new Rhina who has the will to live is on the other. And I guess Porco and Pig are on the other side, I guess, too. I don't know. I am excited to see how this is all going to build up, lads. If you enjoyed this reaction, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Share this around with your friends. Like, we're trying to grow the channel, and the best way to do that is if you just share this with your friends, if you know like a Discord group that would like it, if you are in a subreddit that would like it, go ahead and do that. Anything that helps build the channel up. If you like this reaction, you might like my Gurren Lagann reactions. I've done the entire series for that. What a ride! I'm doing Darling in the Franxx. Kill la Kill will be on the channel very soon. I've done the first season of Promised Neverland. And if you want a little more group reactions, well, Anthony Mackay and I are currently going through Avatar on the channel. We're up to Season 3, Episode 4, I think, that's been uploaded. We're also going through Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is a blast. I totally recommend that. And yeah, thank you for watching all the way up to this point. And I'll see you all back for next week for more Attack on Titan. Oh, maybe next week is a Gabi-centric episode. We kind of left on Gabi and Peak, so maybe. But yes, lads, see you in the next one.